You know, every time I feel like we're gonna reduce the size of these.
And nope.
And every
we
time
double it.
We double it. Dylan, are you satisfied?
No.
Welcome to Curiosity Public. This is crazy. I'm Dutch.
I'm Jules.
Delightful Dylan.
Maybe.
Welcome to yet another one of our world famous drink-throughs. That's right. And man, this has probably been one of the most requested drink-throughs.
The Beast.
This is the Beast. This is the one we've...
Is it now? Is it the Beast?
I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
We've taken a long time in preparing for this one, and we've achieved quite a collection here. And some very expensive bottles on the table here, and we're gonna go through them all. But first, I think we should get these out of the boxes, because we have a lot in here, and some of these boxes are a little bit crazy.
You know what, but before we take it out, let's just make a few comments. Like, the Ardbeg 10.
It's in a bone.
Yeah, it's
a dog bone.
Yeah, and then the Ano.
It's in a smoker.
Yeah, and it's actually a functional smoker.
It's a real smoker
it's actual
that
smoker,
Dylan could not figure out.
And these are boxes, but this is like a, this is
The creme de la
box,
creme.
and then pull that out of there. Let's just show everybody how beautiful that bottle is. Amazing Ardbeg 25.
Silver bullet. And this is like lined in velvet.
Yeah, it's amazing. So we're gonna get these out of the box, and we'll be right back in a second.
Boom.
All right, so everything's out of the box. Let's talk about what we have first, and we'll do close-ups of all the bottles here so you guys can see them.
Yeah.
Because we'll probably forget by the time we get to the end. All right, first up is the, what they call the Beastie, the 5-year-old Ardbeg.
Beastie.
Look at that, the ultimate non-chill filtered. Now, all these, I believe, are non-chill filtered, no coloring added. Next up, we have the 10-year-old. Look at that, non-chill filtered. Sea spray. Tan! After the 10-year-old, we've got the Ano. Look at that. And we're up to 46.6% on that. After the Ano, we get to the Uigeadail. Look at that bad boy, non-chill filtered as well. 54.2%. Wow.
Oogie.
The Oogie. And then the Corryvreckan, one of my favorites, also 57% here.
I agree with that.
Look at that. What a beautiful.
Fantastic.
Looks exactly the same. Then we're going to jump to the age-stated 19-year-old.
Yeah.
The Traigh Bhan. Look at that.
Love it.
Wow.
46.2% alcohol.
Guaranteed.
And then, wow, probably the most expensive bottle we've ever had on the table here.
Silver bullet.
The Silver Bullet. Oh, Silver Surfer, Ardbeg 25. Is there anything more beautiful in the world than this bottle? No. And then after that, after the core range, we're going to be getting into special releases. And we've got, for some of these, we've got the regular edition special release and the committee release, which is, by what we can tell, the same thing, just at a higher proof.
Right.
So it'll be an interesting, as Dylan likes to say, academic experience.
All academic.
So first up, we've got the Ardcore. Here's the regular release.
Ardcore.
And see 46%. And then the committee release of the Ardcore, as you can see there, it is a higher proof 50.1%. So similar design on these. Next up is the Scorch. Here is the regular special release of the Scorch. Edition, fiercely charred casks. And then the committee release version of the Scorch at the higher proof point of 51.7. And then we've got a couple that are, these are committee releases, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we've got the Ardbeg Pirate Bottle
Nar.
at 51.8%. Very cool looking design there. And then the last one, the one Dylan's very excited about.
Yes.
The very green Fermutation Invasion of the Washbacks at 49.4%. Non-chill filtered, of course. Okay, I'm tired of talking. I need to get something to drink.
Let's go.
Let's get into this with our very first bottle here, the Beastie. All right, guys, Beastie, 5 years old. It's just a baby. You know, when we talk about
wee lad.
age-stated scotch, I mean, 5 years old, not very old in the world of Scotch.
Yeah.
Is it?
No.
No.
Well, I mean, think about Octomore.
True. 5 years old as well.
Think about the price of Octomore.
True. What's our price point here? I mean, this one's like 30, 40 bucks, right?
Yeah, you can get it for 45.
Yeah.
I think Costco had it for 30 or something.
Not too bad. Not too bad. Now, one thing we should talk about, Ardbeg is well known as being a very peaty Scotch. Peat, of course, is a
Yeah.
naturally occurring fuel source that's used to dry the mash. It's kind of an outdated way of doing things, but it imparts a very unique flavor, and Ardbeg is one of the brands out there that still uses a lot of peat in the processing of their whiskey. How's the nose?
Beady.
Beautiful.
I like it.
It's bright,
Very sweet.
sweet, touch of peat.
If someone asked me what the aroma, if they wanted me to describe it, I would say the spectrum is more towards floral, honey, very very bright summer fruits, and then the peat.
I would describe it a little bit differently.
I don't see the smoke. I think it's
Agree.
more peat.
It's peat,
And then
but it's
I
a core.
I get the fruits.
It's a core of peat, and to me, the fruits and everything kind of come out from that. To me, the peat's very central.
Yeah. And it's like the fruit and florals on the outskirts.
I wouldn't start with a peat. I would start with sweetness. I would start
You're
with
starting with the peat.
sugary
I'm with Jules.
fructose.
Yeah,
It's
no.
fructose.
No.
No. I think you're mixing
Trying to
up
be all
Lefroy
super
and-
nose. No.
It's
It may not be as intense as that.
Yeah.
But that's
it's
just where
definitely not
the flavor starts. All right, let's
Yeah.
taste it. Now, here it starts with sweet.
Yes.
It's sweet.
And you actually get some smoke on the palate, where I didn't get it on the nose.
But what's interesting is I'm getting it after.
it's
You know what I
delayed.
mean? Like
a
it's
little bit
delayed,
yeah.
which is different.
I like the smoke. I like the peat. I like the
Oh, the lingering
I
barbecue feel is really nice.
Yeah, I like
I'm getting honey.
how they proportion the sweetness, the fruit,
Yeah.
the peat, and the smoke. It's not overwhelming in any way,
Yeah.
right? This is different from peat that you see from like something like Highland Park or even Lefroy
yeah.
or Lagavulin.
Much more subdued
yeah.
than Highland Park.
It's this dance between the sweetness and
almost wanna
the
say more
peat and the
components
smoke
than
that I
Highland
really like about this. This is an affordable,
Yeah.
enjoyable spirit.
Yeah, if you've never experienced peat and you don't want to break the bank,
Yeah.
what a great
Entry
offering. What a
into
great
that,
way
yeah.
into this journey.
You don't get the medicinal, like
The Band-Aid?
like the overwhelming medicinal that you see in Lefroy. It's there, right? It's there, and you also get like the very rich, kind of chewy smokiness and a style of smokiness that you often see in Lagavulin, and you
Yeah.
get both of that. So this
But it's a little bit brighter. It's weird. It's
it
like-
is
it's
bright,
not as
and
dark.
and
Yeah.
because we know what we're gonna get to with the Corryvreckan. Yeah.
All right, guys, well, we got a lot to get through. So as good as this is, we got to move on to the 10-year.
Yeah.
Okay, next bottle up is the 10-year. This has been, I don't know if it's been the right thing, but what I've been doing for people that are kind of into Scotch a little bit, and they're like, oh, I really like the peaty thing. This is kind of like the intermediate level peat that I'll get them.
Really?
I had a friend, our friend Dr.
Oju.
No, Dr. Sass.
Oh.
He likes peaty. He loves Highland Park, and I'm always talking to him. He's like, he really likes the peat, and I bought him this bottle, and he was like, wow, I get it. Like, I see what that component can really become. And then I gave him a pour of the Corryvreckan, and he's like, okay, I really like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is a good
Build to
intermediate
it.
step. The nose is a little bit earthier to me.
I was gonna say I think it's less peat. I'm definitely getting earthiness.
The sweetness is toned down a little bit
Yeah,
on the
sweetness
nose.
is toned down. I agree.
I feel like the overall mouthfeel is different.
Oh, let me taste it.
It's very, very.
You're like 3 steps ahead of us, man.
Oh, so I think what you're upgrading from the Beastie is you're getting more mouthfeel and you're getting more of the blending. I think the blending is much more prominent than what
I
you
think
see.
you're just also like the experience of like the bouquet opens up. Oh
you
my
you
gosh.
take your sip and you just feel
Yeah,
the
it's-
peat.
seriously.
Like, oh, here we go. We're going to grab you.
What I also like about this is that it's not better or worse. It's Less sweet.
Yeah.
There's
Less sweet.
less of the bright summer fruits that you get in the Wee Beastie.
More intense peat.
Yeah, I feel like it's cooked down. Like things are cooked down. It's the
Matured.
mouthfeel is mature. And that's the way to kind of describe it.
So good.
So between the two, which one do you pick?
I'd pick the 10. This is better to me.
Oh yeah.
It's a little bit more advanced. So if somebody's
The
newer,
Wee is raw.
The Wii is a little bit raw, but it's also sweeter. So I think if you're newer to it, you might like it a little bit better. The 10 still has a lot of that, but it's just got the more matured flavors. It's hard to describe it.
What I like about this is like the spectrum of sweetness is wider, right? You not only get the fruit,
man. Yeah.
like
It's
the
dark-
Wee Beastie,
it's darker.
yeah, it's darker.
Yeah,
Wee Beastie is
darker.
like bright white
cooked
sugar,
fruits,
you know, like
cooked
things like
sugars.
this. You're getting the like the variety of the sugars, right?
Very enjoyable. Oh, what a great setup. Because I know we're going to be getting into some crazy stuff here. So let's keep going, guys. Next up is the An Oa.
Yeah.
Now, this is sold in a smoker tin.
Yeah.
What's the story behind this one? It's supposed to be the first really smoky one.
Yeah, I think for people who you're thinking, I'm thinking brisket. I'm thinking folks that are
Campfire.
barbecue enthusiasts. You know, this is what they usually think about. Now, what I want us to do, I want the utility for this is to say, okay, how does this distinguish itself from the Wii and the 10?
Well, let's also talk about, we haven't mentioned the proof, so let me go back through these. The 5 is a 47%. The 10 is 46.
Oh.
And the An Oa is 46.6. So
It actually went down. Huh?
let me read the back, because it also does say that, like the peninsula that shares its name, Ardbeg An Oa is particularly rounded, due in no small part to the time spent in the gathering vat. Here we marry together whiskey from several different casks, including new charred oak, PX sherry, and first fill bourbon. Here they become fully familiar with each other. So an interesting blend of things there. How is the nose? Oh, you get the sherry.
Yeah.
You're introducing a new element here.
It's very sweet. Very sweet.
Interesting. This nose is more like a Highland Park nose with the
Yeah,
sherry. You know?
It is. And you know what I like about it though? Is that the finish is barbecue. It's smoked meats. The finish. This is not about the front.
Yeah.
Like imagine you just bit into a brisket that you smoked for 12 hours.
Very savory.
Right, and then
savory.
right at the end
yeah.
it's savory and it's just
It's weird because there's sweetness on the nose, but on the palate, there's really none. It's all savory.
It's weird.
All the sweetness from these first two is gone.
Yeah.
It's so
it's
weird.
savory, right?
It's really weird.
This is the
But I would even, it's weird because you have to wait till the finish.
you know what it is?
It's really expensive.
So
The
Dutch,
palate is kind of unremarkable.
yeah.
okay,
it's like-
Dutch and I smoke a lot, right? Meats, chicken, beef, and
Yeah,
all
the
that kind of
meats.
stuff. Now, you know what it tastes like when you put a little bit of that barbecue sauce and you're smoking it with the sauce on.
As
Like-
it's tightening.
Yeah, it tights.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's when it's tightening. It's that like phase of smoking, and the finish is just savory. That's the best way to describe it. Savory.
Yeah. The fruits here, there's fruit. It's very, very, very cooked down fruit. Mm-hmm. It's dark fruits. And it's definitely underneath the smoke and peat and the savory. There's this huge savory component above everything. It's very interesting.
Well, it's almost like
the way
I
it's
wrapped
balanced.
a brisket around like a fruit.
Or you used a little
like-
bit of like jam,
Like
marmalade.
Very
in the
little bit
marinade.
like in the marinade.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. You have to have the marinade,
Yeah.
but you get that
Just a little bit.
But
It's
it's
right
it's
at
a
the
really
end.
hint of it. Yeah.
And so, where would you use this? Is this just you pair it with barbecue?
Yeah, how good would this be paired with the barbecue? I
Amazing.
think they hit the nail on the head with that. I mean,
I almost want to eat it with like at Thanksgiving.
yeah,
Eat with a turkey.
that'd be interesting. I may actually bring this for
Smoked turkey?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Wow. Well, we have a lot more to get through, so we got to keep going, guys. I'd love to spend a little more time on this, but let's jump to the next. Okay, guys, we're gonna jump to the Uigeadail in a second. Before we do that, we're actually gonna pour the age stated, the old ones now, because we want to give them some time to open up. So we're gonna pour the. It's on the wrong bottle. We're gonna pour the 19 in some with a red sticker on them. Here's the 19. Trying not to spill any of this nice dram. Spilled some. So we're gonna set that aside for later. And then we're gonna pour the very precious 25. And this one I really don't want to spill, so I wish we had more. Well, somebody gets a big pour. Give that one to Dylan.
Yeah. It'd be better appreciated.
Okay, so we're going to set aside these pours of the age-stated ones for when we get there. We just want to make sure they have plenty of time to open up. For now, we're jumping into the Uigeadail. So the Uigeadail, what do you know about this? It's 54.2, so we're big jump in proof here. Let me get us poured here, and then we'll talk a little bit about it. Look at the color on this one.
Wow.
Yeah, I wanted to do a little commentary. So this is interesting because...
Stop laughing at my spilling.
No, I was just laughing because he goes, "Oh, now I'll do a commentary."
So,
You know?
Well, hang on, let me read the back of the bottle.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, wait, you asked him, and then now he wants to talk.
Ardbeg Uigeadail takes its name from the brooding, mysterious loch which provides the peat-laden water for Ardbeg. This is a special vatting of different styles of Ardbeg, marrying together traditional deep smoky notes with the luscious, sweet, raisiny tones of old ex-sherry. So we are getting sherry influence here.
Sherry. Whoa.
Wow. Okay,
But the color, guys, this is so much darker. We
look
should have
how
shown
dark
some of the
that
earlier
is.
ones. Wait, let's even show, like, this is the 25 for reference. Look how
there
light
you
the
go.
25 is.
It's like
Look how
wine.
dark the
And there you
Uigeadail.
go.
Yeah. So the thing I wanted to talk about is like Uigeadail is like a darling in the community, right?
Committee.
And the committee. I think
Committee. Like
you talk to folks who've been drinking scotch for a very long time, and you bring up Ardbeg. It's neck and neck between the Corryvreckan and the Uigeadail, yeah, in terms of like, oh, this is my favorite, this is what I want. I think both expressions have their strengths and their weaknesses. I'd like for us to try this and then make a distinction between this and the Ano, and
then
kind
move
of
on.
so that our viewers can kind of categorize this.
Yeah, definitely. Let's check out the nose. Kind of similar in some ways, but a little bit even darker. The fruits are darker to me,
Yeah.
and the peat is
A lot.
I get a little bit more of the fermentation.
Yeah, there's a little bit of funk
Yeah.
underneath everything. Yeah. All right, how's the palate?
Yep. So I want to say, the
Effervescent.
Ano, I think its strength of the Ano is the finish, where that savory component is right at the end, and you start to appreciate a lot of it. This is the front end flavor, right? And you could see why.
It trails too quickly on the finish.
It's a little bit mid palate for me, is where it really punches.
I think
For
it's
me,
front.
it's the front.
It's definitely
For me,
front.
it's the front. Like
And
you
I'm
get the
getting even,
savory
like,
component right at the beginning.
It's more effervescent. Like it's
I get
it's
that
sharper.
mid to end.
It punches you a little bit. There's a little more. There's some spice in this barbecue marinade.
Okay. I get the pepper. Mm-hmm. Like I get the red pepper in the front, and so it's much more interesting. I think the front end, the finish is. I feel like just kind of trails off with the sweetness.
It's weak.
I don't mind the finish. I like the finish. I
get more of the medicinal in the finish.
I think the problem is the front spice hit is so intense that the finish feels weaker, but the reality is
It's still there.
It's not bad. I might slightly prefer the Ano. I liked how mellow it was.
Yeah.
It really
I
worked for me.
actually I also just like that savory.
It's a little more savory. This is punchier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Especially up
you
front.
lose a little bit of the savory aspect.
There's a spiciness.
Yeah, it's very
and there's a
spicy.
fermentation like flavor and
Korean take.
I would say, if you're choosing between these two, I would say, are you a bourbon drinker or a rye drinker? If you're a rye drinker, get the Uigeadail. If you're a bourbon drinker, get the
I
Ano.
know. Yeah.
okay.
That's kind of how I put it. They're cut of the same cloth, but one goes this direction, this one goes this direction.
Yeah, I think that's a good description. Yeah. And do you think that the reason why, a lot of Ardbeg fans like the Uigeadail is because of that front hints?
Yeah, I also just think
Spice.
that there's this machismo thing in the online communities of like, oh, I like spicy things.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the people who like hoppy beer. It's like, I like that. It tastes bad, but I like it. No, it's really good. I really like this.
So again, the summary is Ano and Uigeadail front.
Yeah, front end spice.
I don't know. I would go like savory spice even.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, this is spicier.
I get like
to me,
that
the
pepper.
The Ano is more savory. This is just spicier.
Yeah.
It's more spiced
Yeah.
in a very good way. I think depending on what I'm eating and depending on what mood I'm in, I might grab one or the other, but I'm probably leaning more towards the Ano, personally. How about you?
Yeah, I think I'm the same. Just because that front end, I mean, as pleasant as it is, it's like I think I'd rather end on a savory note, and I like ending on a savory note.
So
But which one for you? Which one for you?
I would say Ano, but how does it differ from the age-stated ones before, like
Very
a 5
different.
and a 10?
The sweetness is very different. You can tell the sherry influence here.
Yeah.
It's much more prominent. It's a less bright
and
sweetness.
The spice component is different.
The spice component, the peat is different.
Yeah, peat's different.
I feel like the non-age stated so far.
These two.
Yeah, the Ano and the Ugi. I feel like they have a statement to make. They wanna say,
crafted
okay,
for something,
I like this is what I'm about. The 5 and the 10. The 5 is about sweetness, and it's for people that are like, okay, I need that like first hit sugary flavor. The 10 is where it's just kind of this sanded down, rounded, presentation of Ardbeg. And so I think there's utility to all of these things, and I like it because you always want to see like, is it worth my time to have all of these on my shelf? And the answer so far is yes.
Okay, let's move on to the next one then.
There was an answer.
All right, Corryvreckan.
Yay!
Now we have reviewed the Corryvreckan. This bottle has got a decent amount drunk out of it. Dr. Sass and I drank some of this one night.
Dr. Sass.
Why do you like it?
I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to compare it in this context because I haven't done it in this context before. I've had it in a vacuum. Let's read the back of the bottle real quick. Ardbeg Corryvreckan is named after the whirlpool north of Uigeadail and Jura? I don't know how you pronounce it. Like the thunderous, seething cauldron, it is an intense and powerful expression. Swirling aromas of deep torrents of deep, peaty, peppery taste lurk beneath the surface of this beautifully balanced dram, the epitome of Ardbeg. I think that's what it is. This is the showcase of peat to me, in my memory. But it's going to be an interesting one to taste in this context. How's the nose?
It's awesome.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's peat.
Is it?
peat.
It's peat at the core. I get the peat at the core.
I get the peat.
But I'm also getting
not much in terms of smoke.
I'm getting you call
but
it more like
peat.
a baked experience too.
This is like I can smell the
baked
earthy,
wood.
wet peat.
Yeah.
I grabbed a handful of it. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I've never done that, so I don't know if it actually smells anything like
Okay,
this.
so
that's how I imagine it.
I think the reason why this is an interesting
Wow.
offering
Oh, it smells so good.
It does.
is because
It's like a
this
rainy
is
day.
this is
Yeah.
a great example. This is a great example where the peat, the core foundation of peat, is there to accentuate the sweetness. It accentuates the fruits.
It smells like a rainy day, dude.
The jam starts to come in. It's prominent. You feel like it's cooked down flavors, the variety of the sugars. But this is not where the peat and or even the smoke, that's like the main player. The main player is the fruit. It's the sweetness, and you're using peat to kind of push it forward.
but it's processed fruit though. It's like it's baked. That's what I feel like
It's
cooked.
It's good.
Yeah,
I think this is the first time you actually start tasting like close to jam. Yeah.
Two comments here. Number one, so far this tastes most like Highland Park to me. And maybe
get
that's
it.
why I like it a lot, because I love the Highland Park flavor profile.
Right.
But it also, to me, tastes like a blend of the Ugi and the Ano in some ways. It has an extra element.
Okay, I get what you mean.
But I can taste both of these inside of this.
Yes, you get that.
And plus more, though.
I agree. You get that, but then you it's like a jet fuel of sweetness.
Yes.
It's just like
But the rich, dark fruit sweetness, the prune,
Oh yeah.
the sherry
It is nice.
influence.
It is nice.
The sherry influence in this is what really makes it good.
I really like it.
How it balances with the peat.
So good. You know what?
Oh my gosh.
I have this and Aberlar Abuna. Like, I have these two right there available for folks.
But I'll say, if you don't like sherry influenced scotch,
Yeah.
this isn't going to be the one for you.
Yeah.
It does have the sherry, and I think the three of us do like that influence in scotch a lot.
Well,
man,
especially when it's like masterfully created.
Man,
This is
I
really
love
good.
what they did with the peat.
This is
it's
masterfully
just
done.
So nice. It's
so
just
far, by far, my favorite.
favorite for
by
sure.
far.
For sure.
If I was at this point, before we get to like the harder to find and more expensive ones, with this kind of more of the core part of the lineup, this and probably this, the 10-year, would be what I would say, or the 5.
Yeah.
That's for me. I think you kind of have to have them all. I would say you have to have these 3, the An Oa, the
because
Uigeadail, and the
experiences are so
Corryvreckan.
different. Like, they
And then you
take it
just,
at
either
different
one of
routes.
these is fine, the
Yeah.
5 or the 10. I think you get a very similar experience with those.
Yeah.
It just kind of depends on how much you want to spend.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on the Corryvreckan? I don't want to move on from
It's
this.
delicious. It's delicious.
wanna
It's
keep
so
drinking this
amazing. Yeah, I love it. I love it.
It's just getting better, too.
It is such a well crafted. It's so well crafted. I mean, this is the reason why we drink this stuff.
It's just the balance to me is great because I feel like there is such a thing as too much peat.
Yep.
And I feel like there's such a thing as the right amount of peat with the right amount of sweet.
There's a
And this
utility in
hits
the
that.
peat. There's a utility in the peat.
But it has to be balanced. This is the balance equation.
Yeah.
I appreciate the craftsmanship. This is the craftsmanship that I'm looking for, and it's just so enjoyable. Just,
Somebody loved this guy.
yeah.
Fed him, kept him warm.
Kept them warm.
All right, we got to move on. Let's get to the age-stated stuff, the high age-stated stuff, the 19.
Can I just mention, like, the finish from the Corryvreckan
Oh,
is
it's so good.
still there.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're moving on to the 19-year-old. Now, we have already poured this one. This is our red sticker one that we got sitting off to the side here. You guys ready to get into this?
Wow.
All right, how's the nose? Well, let's read the bottle first. We should stick with our plan.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So the Traigh Bhan, 19-year-old. This is the batch number TB03101001. So I believe that means it was distilled in 2001, making it the 2021 bottling. 46.2% alcohol. It is the Singing Sands in the local name for Isla's beautiful Traigh Bhan beach. For this captivating place has soft white sands that sing beneath your feet, a hum that ebbs and flows with Isla's winds and tides. Wow, somebody took a creative writing course here. Exceptionally rare, the small batch 19-year-old Ardbeg displays billowing wood smoke, bracing fresh sea spray and lime zest on the nose. A rich sappiness gives way to terry rope and treacle toffee with waves of aniseed, walnut, and gentle spice. A long finish carries bitter almonds and clove in its wake, slowly drifting away. Who cares? Let's taste it for ourselves. How's the nose?
Amazing.
Oh, we're kind of back, though, to the 5 and the 10.
You know what this is? This is like a sorbet. It's like I get a sorbet start, but the sorbet sweetness is, again, accentuated by the peat. The contrast allows, it's like
It's the citrus. It's citrus.
Yeah, the citrus. You can't, you always say like you can't understand the good without the bad, right? You can't understand, evil.
Why are you pointing at yourself? Okay, let's get into the palate, guys.
Oh,
Wow.
mouthfeel.
Coats the palate.
Oily.
Oily. Let's look at the viscosity.
Oil.
Too.
It's like it's like olive oil.
What's our price point? Because we jumped up here, right?
This is what, $250? $299?
So price point, 250 to 300, we'll call it. It's in that range. Very expensive.
This is where you start getting that mouthfeel.
You're paying for the mouthfeel.
You're paying for the mouthfeel.
You're paying for the mouthfeel.
It makes it distinct from the Corryvreckan, right? Corryvreckan is more like they want to punch you in the face. This thing is like, okay, that core flavor, and then we're gonna just sand it down and refine it for you, and it's just a well-rounded presentation. Oh man, this is good.
Jules has not said anything. He's just been sipping on this thing. What's going on in your brain, dude?
Because this is good, dude.
You know what the other thing is? I can't taste any of the alcohol. It is just water. It drinks like water. I could sit here and probably finish the bottle. It's just so
It's very
pleasant.
drinkable. I agree
Oh,
with
the
you there.
drinkability is off.
I want to say also, like, for me, savory components come back in this.
The peat.
the finish. The
finish.
finish has that savory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, after your first sip, your second sip is better because that savory now
it's
is there
sitting
at the beginning fruit
Right.
hit that you get on the next sip. And the fruits are still bright. But it's weird. It's like, you talk about raw fruit flavor. This isn't raw fruit flavor, but it almost has the intensity of raw fruit, but it's been cooked a bit. It's more intense.
Well, that's why I think I like what Dylan's saying with the sorbet. Because it's like that. Because it's
frozen.
cooked, but
So
it's...
amazing.
It's like an ice wine. It's like
Yeah.
The
it's getting more intense.
aroma is so pleasant.
Yeah, this is good, guys.
It's just,
Okay, but $300 good?
it's like a candy shop. You just walked into a candy shop.
That's what I've been wrestling in my mind. Would I pick this over the Corryvreckan?
The Corryvreckan's what, like 80 bucks?
Yeah.
90
A
bucks?
third.
It's very different. It's very different.
They are different experiences.
I don't-
Okay, so I want to say this. Relatively speaking, it feels like the Corryvreckan is a bit uncouth relative to this presentation.
It's like the new kid on the block.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a raw.
He's playing jazz, this is playing blues. Or like, it's not the right analogy. but
No.
This is classical music, that's jazz. My music
almost
analogies
like
are failing,
it's
sorry.
classical music and now here's Mozart. It's like that kind of thing. Right? It's
know.
like taking it to a different level.
No, the Corryvreckan just has something else.
Let's get away from the music analogy.
Yeah, let's go. It's not cars.
What's a
It's a
good?
Honda Civic.
You know what it is? It's like
This is a
wait.
Rolls
I
Royce.
don't know why.
This is a Ferrari.
No, that's terrible. Okay, how about this, Dutch? Can you use like a guitar analogy, like
Okay.
Fender.
I can use a pickup strat one.
so
Like,
so Fender Fender has a fat Strat, right?
okay.
Which is a cheaper kind of version of the actual Strat.
Okay, too complicated. You need
I
a
would say this
simpler
is
analogy.
the Corryvreckan's like a Seymour Duncan pickup, and the Ardbeg 19 is more like a classic PAF Gibson pickup. There you go.
There you
Nobody's gonna know what I'm talking about, but in my brain it makes sense. The 19 is like it's more traditional. It's focused. It's executed perfectly. The Corryvreckan's like, okay, we're gonna take some really good bass thing and we're gonna add in the sherry and we're gonna blend it perfectly and we're injecting something new to the flavor.
I think it's like its name. It's sloshed together.
Yes.
Right? Versus
Yes, I agree.
the 19.
There's
right?
another
like the
element.
19, yeah.
There's another element.
Yeah.
And you may not like that element, but if you ignored this, this is the right progression. The 5 to 10 to the 19. This makes
I feel
more
like
sense.
the master distiller is taking care of this, and then the apprentice is
the young guy.
learning.
That's what I mean. Like this is like,
But
this
it's
is the
like
new
a
jive.
talented,
new Mac.
really
Yeah, very talented, yeah.
apprentice.
Very,
Come
very
on,
right.
dude. Yeah.
Sorcerer's apprentice. All right, let's keep our glass of the 19 handy
Yes.
because we're gonna jump now to the 25. All right, guys, this 25. I just love looking at this bottle.
It's a silver bullet, dude.
it's
Look at this in this
$1,000.
lineup. It looks amazing.
I know, and it happened to line up right in the middle.
That's it.
I can't get over how good the bottle looks.
Yeah.
Now we have to talk about price before Dylan gets too deep.
True.
Dylan's about to pass out from nosing this thing. But 100. Sorry, $1,200
Yeah.
$1,200 at least. $1,300 at least. We're gonna say.
Woo.
How is the nose?
Oh wow.
What the heck?
Okay,
Wow.
I get it. I understand now.
Okay, I will admit something here. We tried this by itself, and I was underwhelmed.
I didn't get it. Now I get it.
Now I get
Now
it.
I get
and I
it.
said that I would get it in the drink-through.
No, I told you need to do that.
And I agreed with you.
Okay, I need to formulate the words.
Okay, wait, no, let's nose them back to back though. Try the 19 nose.
Yeah, good idea.
Oh, I get it. Oh, it's just, it's leveled up. This is master level.
It's like higher thread count. It's like
Yeah, but it's like 10 times higher thread count.
yeah, it's like Egyptian cotton.
You know what? There's the sweetness that you get from the Corryvreckan, from the sherry, You're getting it here,
No, but it's elevated.
but it's a
more,
different
dude. It's a different
kind of
sweetness.
sweetness.
But it's an elevated.
But it's at the
sweetness.
same, like, it's been leveled the same. But it's just different. It's like the
don't
natural
know.
barley sweetness
I think
as
it's
opposed
more
to the sherry.
refined.
No, you know what it is?
I think it's more refined
The
sweetness.
balance is 10 out of 10. I don't know.
Did you taste it?
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
okay. Sorry, I'm just
Yeah,
on the nose.
but
still,
like
man.
no, even the aroma.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's just like you have all of these things, and it's just nicely sanded.
Yeah.
It's just the
Oh my god.
it's just
I gotta try.
It's literally like no, seriously, they leveled up. It's I don't know how to describe it.
Okay, I'll
Other
describe
than it's no, I got it. I think it's like a beef Wellington. Is what it was.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I like? I like
then-
about that.
Yeah.
Okay, because there are layers. right?
Exactly.
So what happened is, I get
Yeah.
like, let's say I get this like peach, right?
Yeah.
And then I get a hit of smoke.
Yeah.
And then what I get is like I get a little bit of the plum.
Yep.
And then I get a hit of the peat.
Yeah.
And then I get a little bit of that smoke or peat, and then I get a little bit of that summer fruit.
Yeah.
It's just
What you're
on
talking about here
and on
is
and on.
the finish is amazing. Keeps going.
It doesn't
And
end.
the mouthfeel.
It's
so
just
nice.
incredible.
It's heftier, I think, too.
And getting it in this context is really interesting because by itself, I was underwhelmed.
Me too.
Right now, though, I am loving this.
This is masterclass.
I think you've reached the mountaintop, bro, and I think it is the tallest thing here.
It's the masterclass.
Wow.
But
Uh-oh.
$200, $300, $1,000 better?
No,
No,
it's not.
It's not. It's not. It's too much.
Is it?
It's not worth it.
Is it $100 better? Yeah.
Yeah, two, maybe
I think
three.
it's double the price, even.
600.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I would agree.
I
with
can see that now.
It's
You're
can see
paying
that
for
now.
the craftsmanship.
you're paying for the bottle.
Yeah.
And the box.
No, man.
It's
What's
really
inside
good.
is really
It's
good,
really
dude.
good.
It's elevated.
But what I will say,
But
though,
not 3 times the price.
but this is what I'll say though. If you love Corryvreckan,
Yeah.
you may not love this. This is still a
different
very
path.
different direction.
It's a different path.
You don't get the sherry here. You're
Yeah.
getting the natural barley sweetness, I think.
You know what? You're right.
You know?
You get more of the grain sweetness in a more elegant way.
Not the
presentation.
fruit, not the fruit sweetness. It's a different
I mean, it has the fruit sweetness too, but
That's what I was saying.
different,
It's like I'm
light
getting a
fruits.
beef Wellington.
Light
It's not
colored
just
grape.
a steak on a plate. dude.
yeah, it
it's
is.
like this
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
presentation,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
If you think of it,
Because
like,
you're slicing through.
Yeah.
if you think of
And
the,
then you get the layers.
if you think of the sherry adding the dark fruit, the red fruits, and you think of the barley adding the light fruits, the white grape.
Yeah.
This is like the white grape as good as it can get, but it doesn't have the dark fruit.
Oh, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like this amazing juice pairing at this restaurant where they have like this.
Jules loves the juice pairing. By the way.
Ooh.
It's just like one after
More
the
than
other.
the
It's
wine
just- You're
pairing.
getting these waves of sweetness and there's like
Try the 19 one more time though.
Yeah. I've not
It's
gone back
really
to it.
good, dude. It's really good.
I've not-
So
Whoa.
try it again. It's really good.
Dude, just on the nose, though.
It's not as good, but
Just
If
on
you
the
go
nose,
backwards-
though,
but
there's
if
a
you go
savory
backwards,
component to
though-
this
went
that this
backwards.
does not have.
taste it though. Like seriously, like it should not be this price discrepancy. Is my point. It really shouldn't be. It's not.
I agree. It's not.
This is
it's
not
$1,000.
$1,000
It's not
better than
No, I
$1,000.
agree. I think it was
I
like
agree.
double at most.
Yeah, double at most. I'd
Oh,
probably
that's
pay.
double at most of that.
If this was $500, I would say
25, yeah.
No brainer.
it makes sense.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No
It
brainer.
completely makes
Yeah,
sense.
no brainer.
It does not make sense. I'm
For
sorry.
1,000, yeah.
Do not pay $1,300 for that bottle. We did for you guys so that we could do this drink through, but I would never do it again.
I think I'm making them. We're making them jealous, though, dude. I mean, come on.
We're making them
Envious. I knew you were gonna correct me.
Grammar Nazi here. Sorry. All right, guys. Well, as much as we want to stay here on the 19 and the 25, we
I'll
got to
save this
move
one.
on. I'm going to set both of these aside because I'm going to come back to these at the end. They may open up even more.
Yeah.
So you killed them. But let's get going into the special releases. All right, first up, guys, is the Ardcore. Now, the Ardcore was created with black malt barley. It is a first for Ardbeg and probably for whiskey. Aromas of dark chocolate, brittle toffee clash, while amped up notes of aniseed and charcoal elbow their way into the fore. It'll puncture your palate and trash your taste buds. This is Ardcore, 46%. This is the regular one. Let's get another glass so we can pour the...
Yeah.
Oh, the committee release.
committee release. Couldn't think of the name. My brain is still
should
processing
we-
the 25 years.
I should sticker them.
Okay, but I really want to talk about the committee release. Okay, so like,
Do you want to wait then? Do you want to do this first and then do the committee? It's the same juice, right?
no. I want to talk about this in general.
Okay, so start going. We'll label these and get them.
Okay, so for folks out there, you're wondering like what this is. So yearly or sometimes more than that, the Ardbeg Committee, which is basically the most enthusiastic fans of Ardbeg, as well as kind of the company and the distiller and everybody, work together to present experimental spirits. Okay, these are things that are, when we talk about academic experience, you know, when
Exercise.
academic experience and exercise. You know, this is not for kind of the casual person. You would not spend, you know, these things now go for about $200 a bottle, right?
Well, the committee releases are even more.
Yeah,
than
so
the
you're
regular special.
talking about you're talking about the price of the 19-year to some degree.
Yeah.
Because some of these go for that, right? Now, somebody asked me, they said, is this worth it? Because they were going to drive somewhere to go pick it up. And I go, well, that's hard, because if you are someone who's very far in the Scotch journey and you're looking at subtle, nuanced flavors. And
Members of the CPU.
Yeah, members of the CPU. Are you looking for something new? Have you tried everything? Remember I told you that the representative from, was it?
Glenlivet.
Yeah, Glenlivet came in and he said, "Which of these have you tried?" And I said, "All of them." Like, you know, if you're like that, then
Do you know who I am?
yeah, if you're like that person, you know, these things provide little unique, nuanced experiences, and that's what we're hoping to kind of convey.
Okay, so the real difference between these two is just proof. The regular Ardbeg Ardcore is 46%. The committee release one is 50.1. So let's just don't go to the committee one yet. Let's just taste the regular Ardcore and provide our feedback, and let's see what it's like when it's a higher proof after.
Talk about the aroma.
There's a very dark thing going on in it, like a dark chocolate cacao.
I agree. There's a bitterness.
And it's a bitter chocolate.
It's like almost like bark.
Yeah, it's very similar in a lot of ways to the 10 with that layer of the
It's younger.
Earthy
It's
dirt.
younger. There's a rawness.
It's like coffee to me.
Yeah, cacao.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah. How's the palate? Oh, it's so subdued. Oh, but the coffee's there.
The coffee's there, dude.
You know what? Macallan cacao comes to mind.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, coffee's like
But without the
It's like
without the back in
mocha.
the finish.
It's like mocha
yeah.
and mocha almond fudge.
Wow.
You know, it's
It's really good.
It's really good.
It's so different though.
Yeah.
It's so different from like everything we've experienced thus far.
Totally.
I wish
heck?
they had called this like some, you know, witty variation of like coffee or something, like, you know.
Blue bottle.
But I mean, you're absolutely right. This is an exercise in cacao.
It's totally
flavors.
cacao.
Yeah.
All right, let's try the more intense one, the
Okay.
higher proof version of this. Let's try the nose. Very similar. Not a huge difference for me.
I like it a lot more.
I think this is brighter.
What is brighter?
The proof doesn't add much to me on the nose.
I think it does.
A little more
More
intense,
fruity.
maybe.
And then I think it's like brighter fruits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not the dark.
This is more. You know.
It's
okay.
like I put you know, like I don't know, orange
Okay.
or pineapple with my coffee.
Oh wow!
I got it.
On the palate though.
So the regular
already went
version, the regular version is like you want coffee with that chocolate flavor.
Yeah.
This is coffee with folks that want fruit in their coffee, like the acidic component, like where we live, you know,
it's
Blue
better.
Bottle
It's
and
better.
all these kind of things, right? This is
Yeah.
You know-
on the palate, it's more intense. You get what they added to it more.
Yeah.
It's more intense. It's good.
It's very enjoyable. It's
But I'm not even really tasting the proof.
No
no proof.
No proof. It's very.
But
very,
you get so much of that
easy to drink.
cacao at
Yeah.
the end.
Yep.
It's like
It's really good.
I
This
like
would be-
chewing on coffee bean.
Yeah, I do too. I love the chocolate covered espresso beans. It's great.
It's
All right, well, we'd love to
amazing.
spend more time on this, but we have to move on to the Scorch. All right, as you can see, the orange sticker has moved to the committee release of the Scorch. The regular Scorch, of course, 46%. I'm going to get this poured real quick. Now, the Scorch is a Limited edition from the shadowy depths of Dunnage Warehouse 3 comes a single malt of fantastical proportions, matured in our most heavily charred casks, toasted cloves, and wisps of sweet peat smoke interlace with thick clouds of briar wood and sage. I'm doing my best, Ralphie. Discover the layers of flavor in this fire-breathing beast of a dram. So 46% on the regular, the committee release one, which I'm going to pour in our orange stickered
51.
51.7.
0.7.
So almost 52. Same description, I think. I like these bottles. I pour very well out of them.
You do.
I dropped a little bit, but all right. Let's smell the regular one, guys. How is the nose?
Very different from the Ardcore.
Not particularly charred.
Okay, I wanted to say this is more grape juice. This is grape juice.
Something feels weaker about it to me.
It's missing an element to me. I think on the nose, I liked the Ardcore better.
It's juice. I feel like this is juice. Smoky juice.
It's not bad.
Is it OJ?
All right, let's try the
Oh. Okay.
smoke. Now we got smoke.
Savoriness. You know what I felt like? I felt like I was eating a fatty chicken, like a smoked chicken.
I was thinking burned marshmallow.
There's a greasiness. There's a greasiness to this. It's almost like I'm tasting the oils of the.
You took the chicken skin and you burned it. You burned it and then you.
No, I don't even think I'm getting that. I think it's more like I'm getting like grilled fruit.
Okay. Chicago.
Oh, the chicken skins, the buffalo chicken, fried chicken skin.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like remember when that guy did the cigar smoke on our
the
drink,
cocktail?
and then we were eating chicken skin. Like
It's a combo.
this is what we're getting.
Plus smoke.
Like
Fat and
fatty smoke, burnt.
I don't know, man. I'm getting like a charred fruit.
There's a savory component.
There's a burned aspect to this. If you like the fire burned taste, this is your jam. Scorch is a great way to describe it.
It is, actually.
Yeah, you know, really interesting because
Scorch is a great way.
This is what maybe some people expected in the Ano, but it's not. This is different.
The Ano is more savory. This is more burned.
Yeah.
This is more charred.
This is not peat.
No.
No,
This is fire.
smoke.
Charred.
This is
All right,
fire.
let's try the higher proof version, the committee release. How's the nose? Oh, wow, way more intense for me.
Yeah.
Bigger difference than the Ardcore for me.
I also feel more sugar.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
Sugar.
maybe.
There's a sugar component.
How's the palate?
The savoriness comes through more.
Yeah. It's weird. The burnt flavor is a little bit less. The sweetness pops a little more, and the savory is a little bit more. It's weird.
It tastes like
Honey marinated chicken.
No. It tastes like a rotisserie chicken.
Honey marinated chicken, dude.
Yep. Rotisserie
chicken that's
But it's honey marinated.
Burnt
yeah.
the skin.
Yeah. Burnt skin rotisserie
I'm
chicken.
not getting the honey, but I get the rest of it.
No, man. You get
There's a
the
sweetness, but it's
that's
not a
the
honey sweetness. It's like a plain sugar sweetness.
No, it's you know what it is?
No, marinated.
It's like
that's why I do. Chicken marinated.
No. It's like a peach that you grilled and you burnt, and then you're biting that and you're eating this chicken.
With chicken.
Dude,
Again,
power
I
of
was getting
suggestion.
more
I feel like
fruit
I'm
on
drinking
this.
chicken, like a burnt chicken, rotisserie chicken.
I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah, and it's pleasant.
Okay, this one I see the point of the committee release.
You think so?
Yeah. The one, but the Ardcore, I didn't see it. I didn't get it. This one.
But it's cacao.
This one I get it. This one it's more intense and it makes more sense at this proof. Like it's stronger. I'm getting I think the intent better.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're getting there.
All right. Well, that's the last of our head-to-heads of committee versus regular special release. We've got 2 committee releases to try at the end here. Let's get to the next one.
Can't wait for you to read the back.
All right, guys, the next one up, I just grabbed the Ardbeg. Let me pour it and then I'll read it. So we give it a minute to open up. But Dylan probably won't let it open up. He'll probably just jump right in.
These are my bottles. I'm
sorry.
That was the first time you did that.
That was my first spill.
Yeah.
That's my first spill. I spilled way too much. Okay, the Ardbeg, Pirate of the Hebridean. After 13 years at the helm, our legendary distillery manager and committee chairman is departing. It's true. The captain of the good ship Ardbeg is retiring. Mickey's leaving has been hard to fathom for all the crew, but to commemorate the skipper and his service, we have crafted an extra special bottle of Ardbeg, a treasure fit for even the saltiest of sea dogs. Wholly matured in ex-rye casks. Timber smoked banana and pear drift into vanilla and rye on the nose. A spicy mouthfeel hoists up and ignites a blunderbuss of fruity flavors. An armada of aniseed is tailored by smoked toffee and a distant hint of sourdough biscuits. The long finish lingers with gentle smoke listening on the palate. So to Mickey we say yo ho ho and a bottle of Ardbeg as we raise a toast and wish him good luck and Godspeed. Creative Writing 101.
Is he going
A+.
on a 3-hour tour?
3-hour tour. You guys have already gotten it. How's the nose?
Nose.
I haven't gotten it.
What's the proof, Dylan?
51.8.
Oh, I like this nose a lot.
Me too, man.
Why?
I don't know. Hang on. Give me a second.
I'll tell you why. It's the big goods.
There's a pastry element.
It's like
it's the rye.
you know what it is? It's like
It's
a
a
big
pastry.
Newton
It's a
in
pastry.
my face. Big Newton, because I'm getting
It's
that
not a cookie.
jam. It's not a cookie.
There's a rich fruit here.
Yeah,
There's a baked pastry. The peat is there, but it's
it's a fig
subtle.
Newton, dude. It's like I just unwrapped a fig Newton.
I feel like I'm eating a tart on the coast of Isla.
Costa Rica.
I'm smelling the salty air and the peat, and I'm biting into this tart. I really, really like this nose.
Going in.
Crap.
It's bread. It's bread.
Yeah, all right, let's try the palate, guys.
I feel like the peat is buried a little bit.
It is. It's buried,
Oh, this is good, man.
but not in a bad way.
This is like a sweeter Ano. Very sweet Ano, I should put. Because Ano doesn't really have sweetness.
No, you know what? I feel like it's more Uigeadail.
I don't think so.
Because the
It's
front
so
end flavor.
sweet.
It's the
It's
front
so
end
sweet.
flavor.
It's like white sugar sweet on top of the Ano. Yeah, it works. It's a very
I'm
good
definitely getting
combo.
that white sugar sweet you're
Like
talking
white
about.
grape juice.
Yeah.
Cooked down just a little bit.
It's very savory.
Yeah, that's what I mean, the
Savory.
Ano. It's the Ano savory plus a white grape sweetness.
I get more of the sweetness on the finish.
I think it's more sweetness than
I feel like I feel like I feel like the peat and the smoke is towards the end more so than the front.
This might be one of my favorites. I hate to say it, but like
Really?
flavor profile
Really?
is so interesting.
This is
to me.
not my favorite.
I really,
This is
really
actually
like
not
this.
my favorite.
Well, we'll get to our favorites at the end, but this combo is really working on my palate. I don't know what's going on.
Good. I'm glad.
I'm digging it. It's a little bit drying at the very
It's a
end.
lot.
Yeah,
drying.
it's a little dry.
Which I don't know if that's a factor of the fact that we
drank this many.
The 12th one we've had, or however many it is, but it definitely feels a little drying. But man, I love the flavor combo, and like the pastry's still there. The pastry sweetness. It's
I
like
like the
it's like
pastry.
all the things I'm talking about are just they're baked in a pie with like sugar on the crust.
You know what?
That's one of those where it's got
What about like
it's got like a slice of ham on it, though,
Sweet
you know?
smoked ham
get some of the
sandwich.
same- that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
that's what I'm thinking. Like a pastry, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah.
Ham sandwich.
yeah. Smoked ham, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a honey and smoked ham.
Steamed hams. Steamed hams.
Yeah.
I'm digging this one, dude.
I get why. I totally get why. It's
It's a ham sandwich.
a meal in a glass.
Sweetmeat. Oh, dude, could you imagine
glaze.
a honey baked ham
Oh my
and
god.
dipping it in this?
Yes, I
Oh
can.
man.
And I want some.
Or some Arby's.
No.
Ardbeg and Arby's. That should be our next segment.
Ardbeg Arby's, yeah.
I don't know if I've just had too much whiskey, but this is so good right now. This is so good to me.
I get it. I get why you like it. I
really like
don't think it's my favorite though. So far. Come
There's
on.
something about the juxtaposition of the really strong savory with the really bright sweet. It just,
It works.
I really like it. It's like my extreme death metal that I listen to. It's like extreme on both ends. It works. All right.
I get it.
Well, we got to move on, guys. Let's get to the final dram. Finally.
All right.
Wow.
All right. The final countdown. What is this one? Tell me about it.
We're going green.
You gotta read the back.
So this is the Fermutation, Invasion of the Washbacks. We lift the lids off the washbacks and a remarkable story exposing Ardbeg to the longest fermentation ever, or rather, fermutation. The back says, the year was 2007. The Ardbeg distillery was about to face one of its greatest challenges. A broken boiler threatened the very existence of 6 washbacks full of precious liquid. Nothing could stop them from fermenting past the point of no return. The distillery folk threw off the washback lids hoping for a miracle, and a miracle they received. An invasion was taking place. Millions of tiny beings were descending from the skies and landing in their washbacks. the longest fermutation in Ardbeg's history had begun, transforming the liquid into the sharpest, zingiest, and wildest Ardbeg ever. Unbelievable, but true. I can't believe I read that without screwing it up.
This epitomizes, the academic exercise in terms of, the kind of flavors that you're gonna get. I gotta say, I was blown away by this release because the other committee releases have been variations on the theme, right? This is 49.4.
So this is the committee release. This is the higher proof version.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
This is the committee, but man, this is just so out there. It is very different from any other release. So
we should also point out something. We're kind of drawing a hard line right here.
right,
Like everything we've had since the Ardbeg 25 is experimental.
right.
It's out there.
It's not a regular
It's not
production.
available, really, but it's just kind of it's academic. And we're going to come back and reanalyze this half
Right.
of the table at the end.
And I'll talk about this and with the utility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, let's get into the nose of the fermutation. It's very peaty.
Okay, but
But I almost feel like not that different than I thought it would be.
I would agree with that. It's not as out there as the description made it sound.
I think it is.
But it's very...
Not that out there, dude. From the nose, maybe at the palate, but
No. There's a component. It's very nuanced. I think it's opened up quite a bit, but
it's raw.
There's a when I
Raw peat.
opened this up and I tasted it for the first time, immediately my thinking was, oh, yes, Corryvreckan.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's just like, okay, there's something unique about this.
It tastes like a bubbling cauldron, or smells like a bubbling cauldron.
Yeah. It's that it's like fermutation funk.
In my mind, what it is like I'm harvesting the peat, and I get my hands in there with the mud, and a handful of it, and I just do this.
or you just even throw it on the fire of it. You know what I mean? Like while it's like
It's very raw.
Yeah.
All right, let's get the palate.
Going in.
Oh,
Wow, what happened?
this tastes like Lefroy.
I don't taste Lefroy.
I taste Lefroy, man.
I taste
Yeah, I don't taste Lefroy.
fermented grains. I taste funky. I taste worm tub. I taste things that usually you want to not present in a regular production scotch.
I would agree with that. This is not my favorite.
Yeah, people will drink this and go, this is, why am I paying money for this? But as an academic exercise, it is glorious.
You can almost taste the bubbles.
Yeah, right? It's like, you know what it is?
It's unfinished almost.
Okay,
Like,
so
it's still
it's,
fermenting. It feels like it's still fermenting.
Sulfur Springs.
Yes,
Okay, it's like
yes,
going out to Old Faithful, going out to...
You can smell you can smell the earth.
Yeah, it's bubbling up from the earth, right? You're getting that smell. You're getting...
It's not enjoyable, but it's so fast.
There's almost like a hint of sulfur.
Yes.
And the way that the peat and the smoke mixes with that fermentation, it's almost like sulfurous. It's like when you go visit a volcano, right?
I don't know. There's this weird tingy thing happening to me.
Yep, it's tingly.
It's tingly, and it's kind of like that. I'm not saying this is the flavor, but it's like the experience of that tingly where you add like salt and lemon together, and then you take a bite of it.
There's a citrus.
It's that kind of tingly thing.
There's like a, you know what?
No, but
I don't want to call
it's
citrus.
not the flavor.
I'll
That's what
say
I mean.
more.
It's not a citrus
There's
flavor.
like a little acid. There's a little acidic component.
You're putting salt and spice on a fruit. Like a raw
and then you're
fruit.
taking a bite of it, though. Yeah, like
an
that. You know what I mean?
acidic
Juices.
Yeah. But that's why I didn't want to name.
But then you fermented that.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
It
you
gets
let it
bubbly.
age. Yeah, you let it age.
It's starting to go bad a little bit.
Yeah, there's a yeast. Yeah.
You can kind of taste
It's
the
funny. Like
process.
I don't know if I like it,
I don't.
but like I'm really intrigued by it.
Right.
You know
I mean, this is not something I would grab, right?
Yeah, not at all.
But I think Dylan would appreciate. It's an unfinished product. I kind of want to know what this would have become if they'd let it age.
You know what? I look at this as like expanding their palate.
No, but I wish they would have set these casks aside and let them age for like 30 years. Because I think you would have created something in that's like unbelievable.
unique.
Well,
next level.
I'm glad you said that because I think it'll be interesting for us to review the Corryvreckan Drinkthrough, right?
Yeah, because that's that interesting
Because
fermentation
you know,
process.
I know people who say I hate I hate Krugelliki. I hate it because it has some of these like nuanced flavors that you're starting to get some hint
Funky
at.
fermentation
Yeah,
taste.
yeah. So you see that, which I love. So when I drink this, I said, "Wow, they created this for me." I said, "You know what? It was an
just for
experiment."
Dylan.
Right.
Hey, maybe one day we'll have the Dylan Ardbeg special release.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, guys, we're going to do 2 recaps.
I think I need a cleanser from that though, man.
Yeah. Well, we're going to do 2 recaps, so let's do the first one.
I'm gonna go back.
Yeah.
Let's do the first one right now. Okay, guys, so let's talk special releases. We're drawing our hard line right here.
Right.
Let's talk about these committee releases and just the special releases. What's your standout, Jules?
I actually really enjoyed the committee releases more.
The higher
each
proof.
one.
I
Yeah, the higher
agree.
proof for both of them.
It is worth it.
I think I think I land more on the
Ardcore?
yeah,
That was your
Ardcore, the more because of that mocha, the coffee
That was
experience,
really good.
and it's so good. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is still good too from Scorch, but
Dylan?
So for me, what I want from a committee release is I don't want a standard whiskey. I mean, that's not what I'm looking for.
That's not the point, yeah.
I want something that is way out there.
It's
and that's why
experimental.
this is it. This is the thing that's on my shelf that is
Fermutation.
the most unique.
Fermutation.
If you're going to have something on my shelf, and my shelf is full,
yeah.
I'm not going to get some variations on a theme. I want something that goes, I am here, this is unique, this is the most unique thing
That
in
is
this
true.
lineup.
It is.
So,
For me, though, it's the Pirate. It's Ardbeg.
really? Wow.
Man,
Yeah, you love that.
That
a lot.
flavor just it hit home for me somehow. It's that just
I get it.
It's the polar extremes. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
here's all this savory, here's all this sweet. Let's just throw them in a bottle and
Mash
see what
it,
happens.
man.
And
Yeah.
man, hey, for me it worked.
Yeah.
But it's so interesting that we all picked a different one.
I know.
I wasn't actually. I thought we would
Land on some
coalesce
of
maybe,
these.
but we didn't for sure. Wow. So our
Well, let me ask though.
are they worth? Is it worth the
Is it
premium?
worth it? Is it worth it?
I don't really think it is. Because between the ones that we had, the basic one and the committee, I didn't get that much of a difference.
True.
I don't know if it would be the same for all of them, but I don't think it's worth the extra price.
I can't tell someone to go out and pay $199 for this. No. Okay, this is what it's going for.
But the regular
I mean, this is retail. I'm talking about
regular
retail.
special release, so it's worth it. I think if you're into the experimentation.
Maybe. I mean, like you
I feel like that's a reach too, man. I think it's like I'm gonna
Yeah,
go back.
that's what
to-
I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is for people
It's a
who've
reach.
gone on their journey.
Let's put it this way: if you're a Scotch buff and you have a limited budget, just get the regular special release. You're going to get 95% of the experience.
That's a good one. Yeah,
If you have a
good
little
way to
extra
put it.
money, if you got a good job, you're saving up, whatever it is, then get the committee release because you're going to get a little bit of an elevated experience. But it's not. I don't think it's from the ones that we compared, at least the Scorch and the Ardcore. It's not a huge difference.
Right.
Not a huge difference.
And it's hard to keep up because these come out
I know,
fast
it's
and
ridiculous.
furious, right? I mean,
By the time we're releasing this, there's probably 2 more, at least.
right. So you have to be dedicated, I think, to a degree. It's like, is this worth your investment at this point? With the kind of flavor profile, flavor profile that you were getting, these are really niche products, folks.
for
Okay, so
All right, guys, let's get to our final countdown, our final recap of the core line. This section right here, the 5 to the 25. First of all, I still have my 5. I still have my 25 and my 19.
yeah.
And I kind of want to taste them one more time as we talk about this.
Don't have enough. 25.
You don't?
Look at that.
I mean, how's it open up? I mean, 25. Oh, man. Yeah.
Oh, it has, dude.
Oh, yes. It has stretched its legs beyond the 19 at this point.
Way beyond. I think
Yeah.
there's a bigger gap
Yes,
now between
I would
them than I
completely
thought
agree.
there
Let
would
me
be.
try the palate. 25. Oh, it's an entire building of flavor.
Yeah.
It's just like
The finish is so.
it doesn't stop. I'm kind of having a moment here. Okay, let me
Man,
try
I feel like
the 19. Let me
the
cleanse
19 got like limited.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
it's
Like,
It hit its limit.
it's hit,
Yeah.
yeah,
and
it's
the
just
25
stuck there.
just keeps growing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, but man, you still get so much out of that 19.
Oh, you totally.
Well,
do.
so
you totally.
okay,
do.
this is what I would say.
Let's do our recap though. Like what?
So the 19 year definitely distinguishes itself from the rest of the line, right? This is I would say I would divide it like this.
Okay.
And in
Well, I'd
terms
say
of
the
the budget, in
Wait,
terms
hang
of-
on.
age
We
on
have 3 categories here. We
Yeah.
have these 2, the 5 and the 10.
Right.
We have
agree.
the non-age stated.
Yeah.
These
And then
3.
you have the age.
And then we have the high age stated.
Yeah.
Pick one from each category.
That's easy, dude. Give me the 10. Give me the Corey. Give me. Well, I don't know actually.
It's easy, huh?
Aged. Well, because I just don't want to pay the price.
Take into account. You have to take into account the
fine.
price.
I like yours. I'm actually gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go 10.
I'm gonna go 10.
Corey
dude.
and 19. I think you're missing the Anno, unfortunately. With those three though.
Yeah, Anno is.
I feel like you also need the Anno.
But you said only one.
I know. If I said only one, I'd pick the Corey because I prefer it.
Exactly.
But Dylan, what about you?
So
Of these two, the low
I would
age?
go Wii.
Really?
I was thinking about that.
Yeah, I would go
Really?
Wii
Do you
because
think you get enough of an element?
I get it, but I
Exactly.
mean, if I had to pick between the two and somebody asked
kind of
me
a wash.
for the price,
Yeah.
I'd
Either
just
one
go
or two.
for
It
that.
doesn't matter. You're not going
And
wrong
I think they'll like this. If your budget is such that this is what your choices are.
Yeah.
This is gonna give you
true.
what
More
you
bang.
This is what
Right.
what can you afford?
Yeah, I can't deny
Exactly.
that Corryvreckan is just here. I mean, I gotta go 20.
Damn.
Okay, so the only unequivocal
Mr. Rich Guy.
Yeah, the only unequivocal thing we can say
Yeah.
is we all recommend the Corryvreckan.
Yeah, for
unequivocally.
sure.
True.
For sure.
That is unanimous.
Let's pull that back. Let's say factoring in money
Okay. Factoring price.
and
what I
all
was
of
doing.
this. Let's throw in the experimental things. You can take one bottle on a desert island. Factoring in money, you only have a certain amount of money to spend. You know you're going to get exiled, and you can only buy one thing, and you have to buy all your other supplies too. So you're budgeting. You can only buy one thing. Which one is it? On a budget, because we're also going to do this without a budget. So, Jules.
I feel like I would go only one thing.
One out of all of this right here?
Yes, everything.
Wait, what's the budget though?
No. You're okay.
You just have a
You have as
budget,
much money as you have. Let's say you have $1,000, and you're going to be exiled to Elba, like Napoleon, right?
Okay.
And you have to buy all your food, and you have to buy all your clothes, and you're like, I gotta have some scotch, and this is the lineup of scotch. And you have to factor.
And you
in
only
price.
have 1,000.
And you only have whatever.
Well, then,
Dude, I'm making this up as I go.
Well, because that kind of matters. Because I think I would want to go on a desert isle with this.
It's only 700 milliliters, man.
I don't care.
No, I
Okay,
don't
maybe
like
it's a
it.
bad
That's why it's a
hypothetical.
bad
That's a terrible
This guy.
scenario.
Okay, let's say price.
Because
no
I think
limit.
you guys would know this is the.
You guys would both pick the 25
Yes,
as
you
your
would.
desert island
I know you would.
scotch out of these?
I know you would. Yeah.
I mean, if money's no object, I want this because it also has a utility because it's shiny. I could use it to.
I can carve something out of
No, I could signal the plane, right? Right.
Oh man. Okay,
Okay.
let's take the 19 and the 20 out of this.
Okay.
Let's take these
25.
two out of it. Out of the special
core
releases
lineup.
and the core lineup.
Yeah. Okay.
What would you pick for the desert island?
It's funny because I think I know where you want to go. Which I think. See, I told you. That's why you're going with
I
all
would
this.
pick the Ardbeg.
You would.
Let's
I totally. I
won't
get
bury
that.
the lead. Okay. But runner-up would be Corryvreckan for me.
I don't know, man. The 25 makes you feel
No.
wrong.
You can't have this. I'm telling you, these are out of the equation. These two, the 25 and
Fine.
the 19, out of
It's
the equation.
obvious.
Of course,
then.
that it's
gonna be
Corryvreckan because
that.
you're gonna get like it's so punchy, like it's
Exactly.
the jet fuel, and you're gonna be like, okay, this is what you want.
I think I would
This is
still
what
pick
you want.
the
I knew
Ardbeg.
it. You would.
That thing spoke to me in another language that doesn't make any
You
sense.
really enjoyed that.
I did. I wanted some more.
This
Anyway,
is just
guys.
way overpriced. Though.
Yes,
this is
I
way
know,
overpriced.
I agree.
I mean, it's not.
I'm gonna savor every sip of this, but
Yeah, it's not
pretty
four
much killed
times.
mine.
It's not 4 times better than the 19. You know, I would say. Oh my goodness!
Trying to prove it was empty,
Yeah,
but
it
there's
wasn't.
a drop.
Thanks for. Yeah.
but it wasn't.
What's a better scenario to make it interesting?
point?
Here? Yeah. Say. Okay.
You can save your pet or buy the Ardbeg 25.
Who needs the companionship?
There's no good scenario.
No,
it is
Yeah, it's a no-win. Yeah, it's
Oh,
a
you know.
no-win
Okay. All
scenario.
right. I got it.
Guys, we've hit the wall.
I got it. No. I get it. Okay. You're
Jules just dumped 25-year-old scotch on his foot.
Only a drip.
okay. You know what? You're at a wedding. Okay. It's your wedding. Your wedding.
My wedding.
Okay.
Okay.
And
That
you
was
have
a
to
long
put
time.
one bottle on everyone's bottle, and money counts.
everybody's table.
Everybody's table, but money counts.
Money counts?
Because you have a budget for your wedding. What are you gonna put on?
Easy. Ardbeg 10.
I think I'm with you on that, actually.
No. Wedding? This one.
I say
Everyone gets
Everyone
Corryvreckan.
will not get that.
Everyone's gonna get Corryvreckan.
No,
Oh, he's right.
no.
Dude, everybody's getting
He's right, but you said price is an objective.
No. Price, you have to
part.
take into account the price,
Yeah.
okay? This is gonna be on everybody's
He's
table.
right. That's more universally appealable.
Yeah.
He's right. He's right.
Yeah.
We're
I
wrong.
don't know.
Yeah.
I feel it's even this.
People
I
are
am too, because we're cheap.
She's rich. Exactly.
dude, what is this craziness, man? No. No.
Yes.
No.
He was never denying it, guys.
He's denying
He's only denying. He's only denying.
What alien race is that?
Yeah, exactly. He's only denying the scenario that we keep bringing up.
All right, guys. Well, we've lost our minds because we drank. How many is this?
Oh, dude, I killed the 25.
13 bottles, I think. Way too much. We did this for you guys to tell you our reaction to every single one of these bottles.
Wow.
And I can't believe we finished it. This has been a lot of time in the making. It's taken us a long time.
Yeah, these guys.
To get all these bottles
hunting it down
here. But we did it. We did it for you guys. Hopefully you got something usable out of this. You can kind of understand the different expressions. If you know our tastes and you've listened to some of our other reviews, hopefully you get an idea of which one of these you might want to pick up. What?
Now I'm trying to think, like, who in the audience is gonna go with
Jules? Hey, dude. Hey, people resonate with this dude, man.
Yeah,
Some
I
people
get
are
it.
like, "Hey, Jules speaks my language."
No, I am alone.
That's
I
my
am
language.
alone. That's what
Just
I'm
drink.
saying.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Jules, take us out.
Tell us what you guys think in the comments below. Give us a thumbs up, thumbs down. Either way, let us know. This was an incredible drink through. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, subscribe for Curiosity Private for more videos. Subscribe, whatever. Hit that bell icon to get notified when there's new videos. If you want to help us out, please consider buying a t-shirt. Yeah, they're both on there.
Yeah.
Links in the description. And another way is Curiosity Private, where you get special membership things. And
Are we stuck in an infinite loop? Did he already do
I
this?
don't know, maybe. Patreon and podcasts. Although we've been slacking lately, there are podcasts coming up. Enjoy that on all the major podcast platforms out there. As always, stay safe, stay healthy.
Stay curious.
All right, so
Oh no,
This
I can't
is-
talk about Ardbeg anymore.
So you know
man.
what's amazing though? I can't believe we got through it and we were able to describe it. And we noticed the differences. I thought the peat was gonna kill it.
I agree. I
thought the
thought
peat
I was
was
going to
just
be blown
gonna be
out. I thought by
washed
here,
out.
but I thought by here we'd be like, I can't taste
Yeah,
it.
all
we can't taste
washed, yeah.
anything.
I could
No.
taste all that
I
at once.
cannot believe it. That's craftsmanship.
That is craftsmanship. This
Yeah.
is incredible. This is such an amazing
Seamanship.
lineup. But I have
Seamanship.
never been
Not
more
the
sure of
silly.
my
What's the
thought that Ardbeg 25 is ridiculous. I'm going to drink all of this. It's really good.
I think what's interesting,
I would
though,
never
is
spend the money on this.
I only appreciate it more in this lineup. I don't think I really appreciate it. Like it's getting to where I may
appreciate
even
it more,
pay
but not
for
$1,300
it.
more.
I don't know. I may even pay for it with this lineup.
It'd be a kingly gift.
It would be.
No, you know what though? If you drink this on its own, you will be disappointed.
Absolutely. But in this lineup
That's
is my
the thing,
point.
folks.
In
If
this
you just
lineup-
buy, if you don't drink this
Yeah.
and you just buy this, you're gonna be like, oh man, this is not 1,300, and I would agree.
Yeah.
But it makes sense over here, which is
makes
always
sense.
great. Which is always great. You want to see that. You want to have that.
It makes sense, but it's still, there's no way you can slice it being worth it.
Yeah,
This is
You're
only
absolutely
6
right.
years younger.
You're absolutely right.
It's really, really good. And you get 90% of the way
For
here
like a third of the price.
on the flavor, and it's
Quarter of the price.
it's a
500.
quarter of the
Yeah,
price.
quarter of the price.
Yeah, that should be 500. You're right. You're absolutely right. Let me taste the 19 one more time.
I can't go to
not
19
worth it.
anymore. I can't. The 25.
It's really
is
good.
just so velvety.
The 25 is better. No question.
Oh,
It's law of diminishing returns. It's
this
just
is
diminishing
so
returns. It's
good.
it is better, but
Six
it's
more
not
years did not make
$1,000 better. It's not $1,000 better. There's no way you can convince
of
anybody.
course, it's not. It's not.
If you have money to burn like Dylan, then you can buy.
Dude, what is the deal, man?
Daddy Buddy
What
Bucks,
is the
man.
deal?
We found your button to push, dude. What are you talking about?
That's the deal.
Oh, this 25 is so good.
How is that mansion of yours?
Cinnamon.
I do not live in a mansion, okay?